Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this Logitech G19S gaming keyboard. And what's really cool about this keyboard is that it comes with this LCD screen and it can even play YouTube videos, which I'll show you in just a little bit. So here's everything that comes in the box. Let's start off with the documentation. What we have here, we have the setup guide. And there's also, if you want to give them feedback about the product, here is the link. And finally, some safety, compliance, and warranty information. This is the AC adapter. You will need this to power the LCD screen on the keyboard as well as the hub on the back of the keyboard. I'll show you that in just a little bit. And it even comes with a palm rest. So this is a quick look at the keyboard right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and click the palm rest into place. There we go. It's also very easy to remove. Just slide down and take apart. And here is the cable that comes attached to the keyboard. You get a USB 2.0 connector that plugs into your PC, of course, and this end plugs into the power adapter. You'll need plenty of juice to power this LCD screen, of course, and these two hubs on the back here. You can go ahead and plug in a headset or a mouse or a thumb drive, whatever it is you'd like to use this for. It's just simply easier. Oops, there's some more plastic on here I need to peel off. It's just simply easier to plug it in here versus going to your computer if it is not on the table, let's say. And on the back, got some rubberized feet so it doesn't slide around on the table. Some feet here also for elevation, depending on what you prefer. And that about covers it for the basics. Here's a closer look at the keyboard, but before I go over some of the features, I want to mention that you get 5-key rollover. That means you can press 5 keys simultaneously without conflict. Now this is a standard QWERTY layout. You get silver gray keys for the WASD as well as the directional buttons. So when you're in game, it's intense. They're easy to spot if you're flustered. So there you have it. I have this keycap tool here. It's not included with the keyboard, but I wanted to show you that these are rubber dome keys, and this keyboard is backlit. I will show you that also in just a little bit once I work with the software. And for those of gamers that might prefer rubber dome, the reason might be that it is softer. If they're in, let's say, a quiet environment or something like that, and it's just a personal preference. Now I'm going to start from this side and move on to the right. Oh, and also wanted to mention that these keys are double UV coated, so get longer life with them. So on this side, you get your 12 G keys, which are just your macro keys. You can assign different macros to them using the Logitech software, which you should download before plugging this in, so obviously you can use the software. Now above that, you get your 3 profile keys. M1, 2, and 3. You can switch them out and of course apply 12 different macros to each of these for 36 total functions. Now next to that is the macro record button, which lets you record macros on the fly. And this is the game mode switch. Switching this to game mode means you will be able to lock the Windows key so you don't accidentally tap it when you're in game. And next to that are the controls for the LCD screen. Now the LCD screen is also adjustable using this aluminum bar here. Well, it rests on that. And for the control keys, you get a navigational pad, an OK button, select button, menu button, back button, and the settings button. Now to the right of that is the LED on-off button, which I will show you once the keyboard is lit. And right here in this section, you do get a full number pad, and here is the volume mute button, as well as volume control wheel. And above that, media controls. Here's a look at the software. Right now we are at home, so you get the entire layout of the keyboard, and as you can see, it is red LED at the moment. And you can change the colors, yes, however, there are certain parts of the keyboard, like the M keys and the navigational pad right here, that remain amber throughout. Let's go to the G key section. So here we are. and this is where you can assign your macros. So here are some preset functions already for you, pre-programmed, and you can go ahead and either drag this over here, and that's one way to do it, or you can just click on the key right here, assign new command. You could do keystroke, multi-key, or any of these. So I'm going to do multi-key, and I am going to call this Joanne's macro. That is right. And I'm going to start recording. I'm just going to put hi. Okay, maybe a little heart. Okay, but maybe that didn't work out too well, so I'm going to stop recording and start recording again. Just hi. So let's stop recording, and okay. Now I'm going to open up a notepad, and this is G1, so I'm gonna go ahead and press that button, and there it is. So I just wanted to show you quickly how that worked. Now, you can also assign the macro keys for the second profile as well as third profile. As you can see, I have it for blue and green colors, but these colors right here stay the same. Now let's move on to this right here. This is the LCD. You could change the display options as well as unclick one of these to disable or enable them on the LCD screen. Now I'm just going to enable all of them, but here are some of your choices, or all of your choices here. Now next to that, this is the lighting button key. So you can either use the color wheel and get your colors that way, or use these preset colors here. We're just gonna go back to, maybe we should try orange. Nah, we'll just go with red. Now you can go to, hold on, M1. M1 is red, so M2 I believe is blue. M3, we're gonna go ahead and make that green actually. Yeah, there we go. Now that's basically it for the lighting. Here is the okay, over here it says that you can transport profiles between PCs, copy them to your keyboard by dragging them from the profiles bar to the profiles to go bar. So basically this does have onboard memory which will store your profiles. You could use it in other computers, which is awesome. Now next to that is your settings. And what is this? This is, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or tell us what you think. Awesome. And this is the help menu. So there is one more very important thing. Right now we are on default profile, but of course you can add new profiles. You can also delete them. Well, you can't delete the default one, but yes, and there are other options on there. So here you could add a profile, or you could scan your system for known profile. So let's add Act of War, Age of Conan, Alien vs. Predator, Alone in the Dark, and I'm having too much fun with this. That's fine. So let's click OK. And there we go. And you can go to the different profiles and go ahead and change up your layout as well. So let's take a closer look at the LCD screen. So before we take a closer look at the LCD, I want to quickly go over the back of the keyboard. So I did mention the feet, yes. However, I forgot to talk about these little grooves here, where you can go ahead and organize your cables, which is great for those of us who like to keep things neat and clean. So let's flip it around to take a look at the LCD screen as well as the backlit keys. As you can see, we are currently on the first profile, so it is red throughout the keyboard, and of course you get some amber up here. Now let's move on to the second profile. It's blue, if you remember, and when I went over the software, and M3, green. Oh, the green looks quite nice actually. All right, so now for a look at the LCD. So here we go. The top is the profile selector, so we're just going to press OK and you can go in and select whatever profile you wish to be on. Let's say Act of War, profile activated. Alright, let's go back to settings, and here is a clock that they provide. You can change how the clock looks. There are 3 different kinds. I just decided to go with this one. And below that, you can either set a different time, it doesn't have to be 10 minutes, for your countdown timer, or use the stopwatch. quite useful. Now below that is the movie viewer. You can even watch movies on this. That's awesome. I believe you can access them on your C drive. Now there's also picture viewer and RSS reader, video player. Oh yes, this is the really cool YouTube thing I wanted to show you. So it'll play YouTube videos on here. However, I had to test this. You need to download Flash for Internet Explorer in order to get this to work. So let's take a look at this. Well, let's go back. You can choose from any of these. Let's just go to top rated. And this seems to be one of the most popular YouTube videos right now, so let's take a look. Oh my gosh, it's playing. Is that cool? Yeah, anyway, I just didn't think that you could ever play YouTube videos on your keyboard, but that is awesome. Now below that, there's a webcam, and one last thing is the performance monitor. Get your CPU gauge there as well as the RAM bar. That wraps up our overview on this Logitech G19S gaming keyboard. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.